Speaking of AI, Druva has launched an AI agents powered by AWS Bedrock to automate data protection tasks like recovery, troubleshooting, and policy creation. Built in zero trust security with strict guardrails, the agent maintains a 0% hallucination rate and can be tested in a secure sandbox. Already in use by 3,000 customers, DruAI resolves most issues faster, with plans to automate up to 90% of routine tasks and cut investigation times by 70% over the next year. This is maybe where AI is going to make us better at our job and help us to focus on being better people, Tom.
In this case, I think you might be right. And I'll give you a couple of examples why. Because one of the things that Druva has focused on is, for lack of a better term, the drudgery that happens in modern IT, right? Like, we are no longer doing the weird stuff from like war games where we have to take a pop top off of a soda can to bridge a connection in a payphone to make a free phone call, right? Like, that's old school hacking, if you want to call it. A lot of what we do now is just monitoring systems and going, oh, something looks weird over there. I need to dig into that. Or, yeah, something doesn't feel right over here, so I need to adjust some things. You might even call it vibe ops. Well, what's happening here is that Druva is essentially saying, what if we could automate the vibe ops stuff? Think about it like this. You've got a new application that you've installed and it's generating a lot more file creation than you're used to in the past, right? Okay, no big deal. But you're in the cloud. Cloud storage costs money. You need to back up those files to make sure that if anything happens, you can recover from it. Well, Druva can notice that uptick and give you solutions like maybe you need to buy more S3 storage or you need to expand things. You can also expand your retention policies and adjust them to take advantage of cloud arbitrage and pricing. And this was one of the things that, like, when software defined networking first came out years and years ago, that people were trying to sell me on was this idea that you could have your system pick the cheapest link to use to do data stuff. And I'm like, great, this is boring because I'm not going to sit here and watch a screen while it tries to figure out which of these links is cheaper and send the traffic over there. What Druva's done is they built an agent that will examine when storage gets cheaper for one reason or another, or when tier arbitrage happens, and it will move some of your data over to those cheaper storage things. Like, you know, this is data we may not need to get back for hours or days at a time. So why don't we move it into like a glacier type storage where it's dirt cheap, but retention sucks. And I think or not retention, recovery in this case sucks. Retention is solid, right? Because it's on tape, I think. But getting back to the where AI is helping this, all of that should be automated, right? I should not have to pay a person to stare at a screen to do all of that, to make all of those decisions. I should load a platform with logic to be able to figure out how to do that. And because this is a data protection company, it's all secure because Truva has a zero trust model that they have enabled. And I would love to dig into that more. I'm hoping that we can get Druva to come to a future security field day and talk all about it because data protection is a very hot topic at that. And maybe we'll have a little bit more to tell you about that when we close out the episode.